Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2024. It is February 2nd. It's just after noon. I think it's 12:15, and I'm about to head out for my weekly How Busy is Quartzsite update videos. Up until now, the previous update videos have been done between about 9, 10, and 11 o'clock in the morning. So it's always been kind of a little sleepy, a little quieter than normal. Today it's just after noon. I think it's 12:15, and I'm about to head out and do it. So it might look a little busier, might show a little more about the comings and goings, people filling up with water, emptying their sewer tanks, that kind of stuff. You'll also notice probably that it's gotten busier here. As soon as Christmas evening hit, people started coming. So it's definitely picked up. Even where I'm at, I can see probably about 6 new rigs set up around me just in the eye shot of my view here from my site. And my understanding is La Posa South has gotten quite a bit busier too, so looking forward to showing you all that. Like the previous videos, it'll be in 2 different formats. The first will be the long format form, where it's basically everything in one big video for those who want to just sit back, watch, and enjoy. We even had a lady say she plays it for her dogs when she's out of the house, so hopefully your dogs enjoy this. And it will be time-stamped, so if you are watching it and there's certain sections or certain types of footage you're interested in, you can do that. You can fast forward to watch the drone footage instead of the dash cam footage, or vice versa. You can watch Tyson Wash area or La Posa West area. It's totally up to you. And then secondly, I will post it in the short content form where I break up these videos into separate videos, so they're a little shorter for everyone and maybe more digestible. Anyways, yeah, so it's 2024 and I'm gonna head out. You're welcome to come join me. Happy to have you along. Happy New Year, everyone. Alright. Okay, let's head over to Tyson Wash. I didn't go as far back into La Posa South this time, but I did go further south into La Posa South this time to just show a different area. Tried to cover a lot of it over the drone as well, and tried not to capture the magic circle floating optional area with my drone footage. I think I came a little too close to their boundaries in last week's video, so if I did, I apologize. Footage has been looked over very closely, and it does not appear that I captured anybody because I was early enough in the day. So yeah, so I tried to stay a little further east of them this time. Right. Road's clear. Let's go to Tyson Wash. Boom. Some police sitting there. I think they're waiting for speeders along line 95. Tucked in a little bit from the highway. Keep that in mind if you're driving on the 95. Right. So this is the area where I showed a lot of the drone footage from the storm that happened on the 22nd. I think it was on the 21st, but the drone footage was on the 22nd. As you can see, it's completely bone dry again now. It didn't take long for the desert to absorb all that moisture. It's like a big sponge out here, and after the intense heats they had this past summer, definitely is probably really appreciated from the plants and the animals here. A lot of people keep telling me that when you get a lot of rain in the desert, you end up with a super bloom the following spring. So fingers crossed that that's what happens again this year. Last year we were in the Arizona area until about mid-April, and they were calling it a super bloom then too. But it was just absolutely beautiful. I didn't know the desert could be so beautiful. We were about little bit east of Phoenix, and there's just so many colors everywhere. Between the flowers on the ground, between purples, yellows, reds, pinks, blues, greens, and then the cacti also starting to start their blooms. It was really, really beautiful. I was not expecting that, not being familiar with the desert and its flora and fauna and its ecosystems. It was quite a pleasant surprise. So if you are in the Quartzsite area and you're sticking around going into April, something to keep in mind is maybe checking out where some of the super bloom might be the most vibrant and vivacious, if you will. So I feel like there's a few more bigger rigs, Class A's and longer travel trailers starting to show up. They don't generally go as deep into Tyson wells sometimes. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they park just up here, so they're still nice and close to having road access and access to Quartzsite. Got a makeshift tent setup going on. Probably car camping, minivan camping, and just need a little bit of extra storage outdoors and wanted to protect it. Prior to last year, it was my first year in Quartzsite. I'd only ever driven the I-40 from west to east through Arizona. I'd never spent any time in Arizona. And my assumption was coming out here was that it'd be all flat desert. And I was quite taken back by the beautiful mountains that are actually surrounding this area. I'm from the Rocky Mountains and Cascade Mountains on the west coast. And I love mountains. And it was a real treat and pleasure for me to see all these beautiful mountains that basically surround us in all directions, really. And the way the sun sets here and the lighting hits, it really can make the mountains look absolutely stunning. All the different peaks and crevices really can get illuminated or silhouetted in such a way that they're just spectacular looking. A lot of people ask about power. Like you can see this guy's setup. He's got a generator, but he also has solar panels. So most people's preferred power usage here, solar, so there's some more, is to go by solar. Because once you have the panels, it's basically free energy, whereas a generator, you need to keep replenishing the gas. But most people will have a generator as backup. Either they don't have enough solar panels, or it's been cloudy skies and not quite solar weather. Yesterday wasn't such a good solar day here, so it had a little more generators running than normal. But I do find people are quite respectful with generators, and most of the time you're far enough away from people that it's not a big issue. There's solar panels on the top of that vehicle there, and just everywhere, solars and a generator. But you don't hear the generators running right now because the solars are doing their work, so it works. More little electric bikes. He's got his dog in the back. That is so cute. It's an English Bull Terrier. Oh my goodness. I have to see if I can talk to this guy. That is amazing. You don't see this breed very often. It's actually the breed of dog that we have is an English Bull Terrier. It's just sitting there in the back of the bike. I don't think I could ever get our dog to do that. That's amazing. Oh, he's going the wrong way. That's so cool. That's you and you're watching this video. Please say hi. Drop us a comment. That is too neat. Oh, that's so cool. There he goes. Anyways, sidetrack. There's a van off in the distance. So these guys would be parked closer to the wash. The wash that I showed in the video where all the water kind of led to is between where the truck is and those mountain ranges. There are no shrubs there, so. We got a blue bus, blue schoolie out there. Courage the Cowardly Bus, I think is the name of it. Can't quite tell. It's a dump station, which was emptied earlier. Campers. Spots being saved. Cacti. So not all of the larger rigs in Tyson Wash are at the front. We're towards the very back of it now, and there's some larger ones parked out here. So definitely a mix. I think that's one of the things I really enjoy about Quartzsite is it's not like this is where the expensive Class A's are, and this is where the tenters are, and this is where the schoolies are. You can have a little bit of gatherings or communities, but at the same time they're scattered throughout. You can have quite a plethora of different rigs and systems. It's quite neat to see. There's a Montana and a little travel trailer there. There's more up there. This here is part of the Tyson Wash pump station. Trailer up there. He's on the roof, checking on things, I assume. He's busy. person up on the roof. People look like they're just getting set up. Set up a little canopy shelter area. What an amazing backdrop, these beautiful mountains. Quite spectacular. I don't know if you can see from this camera, but if you look at the mountains closely enough, you can see all sorts of trails up and around the mountains and up the peaks. It's very popular for all the quads and off-road vehicles to be zipping around on them. Sometimes at night you can see their little headlights driving around on them, zipping around on the trails and exploring. Last year we were camped here, and these people in some off-road vehicles came up to us and started talking to us, and they had no idea there was all this camping, all this BLM land to camp on, and the Quartzsite had an LTVA. They just simply came here for the off-road vehicle experience, and they were from the Phoenix area. So when they came here, they were just totally perplexed as to why there were so many RVs here, and they wanted to know all about it and how could they come here and stay here in future years. So we explained it a little bit more to them about it, but yeah. Beautiful day. I was gonna do this yesterday, and fly the drone yesterday, but it was questionable whether the wind was gonna pick up in the afternoon or not. So I just decided to postpone it one more day for everybody. Alright. We'll go back to the area where the sewers and the water faucets are going to be one day functioning, and park there and fly the drone again real quick. And then that will conclude our tour. So if you're watching the full video, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're just watching this segment, I talk about things at random while I'm driving, so I might have shared information in a different part of the video or a different part of the tour that might be helpful for you. So it's always worth maybe checking out if you're trying to learn more about Quartzsite. But if you're just here to see your RV or the setup, or you're only particularly interested in the area and you know all the ins and outs of Quartzsite, then feel free to skip around. But if you're new and never been or planning a trip, then I highly do recommend watching the full video, or at least the different segments, because I do try to share different information. I'm trying to cover everything that people are asking about. I hope I answered this question about the snakes well enough earlier for the people. I think I got a little distracted. But, yeah. I've had a few people reach out and message and basically say that they either arrived or they're planning on arriving, and these videos have been very helpful for them to know what better to expect. And I'm very glad. This is one of the reasons I'm doing these videos, is to help people, because there's a lot of people that either think this is like some fantasy land that doesn't exist. You can't stay somewhere for $180 for 7 months. That's impossible. Yeah, so it is possible. It does exist, and I hope to give you guys a better idea of what it all looks like and entails. As you can see, still not up and functioning. That's okay. It's a perfect place to park and fly the drone. Alright,